This is Pet Life Radio. Let's talk pets.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. In this episode, guys, we're going to be talking about why is it so hard to get a grooming appointment right now. But before we get into that, we would like to thank our producer, Mark Winter and Pet Life Radio for giving us the opportunity, and we really, really want to thank you guys for tuning in and making the show what it is. We also have our very funny comments segment coming up in this episode of Groomer Humor.
Take a bite out of your competition. Advertise your business with an ad in Pet Life Radio podcasts and radio shows. There is no other pet-related media that is as large and reaches more pet parents and pet lovers than Pet Life Radio. With over 7 million monthly listeners, Pet Life Radio podcasts are available on all major podcast platforms, and our live radio stream goes out to over 250 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, Odyssey, TuneIn, Stitcher, and other streaming apps. For more information on how you can advertise on the #1 pet podcast and radio network, visit PetLifeRadio.com/advertise today.
Let's Talk Pets on PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor. Guys, as always, we are your hosts. I'm Rudy V, along with Anthony Ray. And guys, the topic of this one is why is it so hard to get a grooming appointment now? We should ask Anthony that. Hey, why is it so hard for you to actually groom yourself, though? Like, what? I mean, at least we have a reason. What's your reason, man? You are.
I mentioned it.
Like Mance.
Yeah, a couple reasons. The one example I gave you in the last episode was, when you let the dishes stack up in the sink, you just created a harder dishwash session. That's hard to say.
I know I keep hammering it away, but you stink. I don't. Little smelly there.
Stink. I stink in the places that I should. I don't emanate funk.
I think that's up to the person
smeller?
Standing to the smeller, to the person standing next to it.
It's up to the victim.
It's up to the victim. Yeah, stop victimizing people with your odor. Lord, it's almost like it's like you're spraying them with with pepper spray. It feels you're pungent. You're pungent.
It stings.
It stings.
It stings the nostrils. The worst is when I play a round of disc golf in 98-degree heat, and then I'm too exhausted from the sun to jump in the shower when I get home.
Yeah, not too good for business. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I stay in the back most of the time, locked away like some sort of creature,
like a gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Unjustly locked away.
Yeah. So,
but you love me, so you got to keep me around.
I do. I'm more concerned because in case you guys didn't know, Anthony actually procreated. So like, I'm going to be a grandfather, and like you got to wash the baby though. You know what I mean? You can't.
I found out. I forget how often, but it was great news to me that you don't give a baby a bath every day. And I was like, this is great.
He's just like you.
Fantastic. This kid's already going to be just like me.
It's just like you already.
Yeah. I forget how often you're supposed to. I should figure that out because, I'm going to be a father, but,
Yeah. Yeah. And here, so like if the rule is, you shouldn't bathe them every day, Anthony's brain already goes to, oh, wow, you shouldn't bathe them more than once a month.
Right.
But
you don't want to dry the skin out.
Right. By Anthony's standards, you don't want to dry the skin. You got to be careful. Yeah. It's like dogs.
Careful, man. It's a baby. It's delicate.
Come on, man. You got to do the right thing. Don't clean your baby.
Yeah, don't. I don't know what we're going to do with our sink is not not good for that. It's too, we have a big sink, but it's deep, not wide.
Gotcha.
So our baby would be like taking baths in a sink jacuzzi. It's not like, it doesn't really, I'm going to have to go to my mom's house or something.
Yeah.
We need a better sink. We need one of those, it has to be flatter.
You bring them to the shop.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Little
right.
dog tub.
Then we got the spray nozzles and everything.
There you go. Hose them down. Just hose them down. Cleans them right up.
Boom. Yeah. Chuck a little old Mella.
Yeah. Well, at least, we have options. You know what I mean? we got options.
That's true. Yeah. I'll just groom my baby.
Just groom your baby. More than
baby
you
to
groom
work
yourself.
day.
Yeah. So the topic here is, why is it so hard to get a grooming appointment right now? Guys, it is so difficult. We are getting phone calls from people who are trying to get in with us saying that, they're trying to make an appointment. They have to wait a month and a half, 2 months. What's going on? What is happening and why? Why is this?
Groomer shortage, man.
There is a groomer shortage. What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's messed up.
A groomer shortage. Not short groomers like us. There's not groomers are short. Actual like a short, like that. There's not enough groomers out there. Yeah. Oh man, why do you think?
Because this business will cripple your soul.
Exactly.
Also, the shutdown.
Shutdown.
Necessary as it may have been, that made a lot of groomers lose their livelihood, because for groomers, for everybody, that was hard to come out the other end still having your small business. So, and in this business, it just breaks you. So like when we got back to work, this is not the kind of business where you can take 6 weeks off and then just jump back into it. And that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
So some of the groomers, I imagine, who did survive the shutdown and then came back to work, they may have been broken then, where it just breaks your spirit and you're just too busy because now you're out of practice for 6 weeks and you're doing 10 dogs a day. How's that happening? That's
exactly.
Not, So I think the shutdown, a lot of groomers went out of business. Then the absolute, insane time that we had trying to catch up, I think that broke a lot of groomers.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of accidents have happened in a couple of grooming shops. One groomer in our area, whatever, they closed. I forget if that sued or something. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then you times that by the entire country. No wonder.
Yeah, so people are going nuts. People are going nuts trying to find grooming appointments. We're booked here for at least 3 weeks, sometimes a month, depending. People are frustrated. We get people yelling at us. They're not even our customers. I had the lady yell at me the other day because I wasn't willing to take her for this week. She goes, I'd like to bring in my 2 dogs on Thursday. Thursday what? In August? You know what I mean? No, maybe a Thursday in September. Mm-hmm. But, she was really frustrated with me, how am I supposed to get my dog groomed? Hey man, I don't know. I mean, what do you want from me? I don't know. I'm giving you the best option I can give you right now. If you're willing to wait 3 weeks, I can possibly groom your dogs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people are frustrated. So, what do you do? And again, it's like you said, Ant, there's a lot of issues surrounding it. People have jumped into this business and they jump right back out really, really quickly. So it's like, people like us, people who have been grooming for a very long time, we've endured it. We've endured all of it. We're pretty much here to stay, I guess, right? At least for the time being, where, you have people, and again, this is the kind of thing that you really have to develop a craft. You're not going to get good at this in a year or 2, even 3. This is a business that, you need to stay in to even get remotely good at it. You can open up a chop shop and, who cares how the dog comes out? You could do that in a year. But if you want to do what we do or what most groomers do out there, it's going to take a lot of time. So if you're not in it long enough to learn how to groom, then forget it. So there's a shortage of groomers. And with shutdowns, people have, started to groom their own dogs. And that's why we started the YouTube channel. And, and it's doing so good because, we have to teach people to groom their own dogs because there's just not enough groomers.
Yeah. And that was kind of our intention out of the gate.
We called that right, and we called it before COVID even happened.
Yeah. We knew that people needed to learn how to do this, and that is something that you can do in amongst this shortage that we're having. Is like we always say, learn how to do your dog yourself, or at least maintain, so that you bridge the gap. Because I'm telling you right now, we're seeing it everywhere, especially in our area. You're not going to get an appointment for this week.
Yeah,
you're just not. It doesn't work that way anyway. Even when there isn't a groomer shortage, grooming is very different. Grooming has never been the kind of business. Yeah, you might get lucky once in a while, like, oh, well, he was able to take me, or she was able to take me this week. It's like, yeah, but that's not the norm.
No,
that usually means there was a cancellation that week. Groomers are booked. Whenever you call a groomer, especially if you're not their customer, if this is the first time they're hearing from you, if you get anything less than 2 weeks away, take it.
Yeah, if they're reputable, if they're a reputable group, then take the appointment, because you're not going to find anything sooner than that right now. Okay. And also, if you guys have been listening to us for, I don't know, maybe the past year or so, right, between our podcasts and our videos, if there's a grooming shortage, right, a groomer shortage rather, right, why would you go out and get a really high maintenance dog? Right. Why are you going out and getting a dog that needs grooming every 3 weeks, every month? Okay. If you can't get the dog groomed, why are you not considering that? As we've mentioned in many, many episodes, right? Okay. Because if you're doing that, if you believe us, and please believe us, because it is the truth. Okay. There's it's very difficult to get a grooming appointment, right? Okay. That equals, it's like kind of 2 + 2. Don't get a dog that requires a lot of grooming.
It's math.
It's mathematical. Okay. So not saying don't get a dog, but as we always say, get a lower maintenance dog. Go rescue a pit bull. Go get a Frenchie, get a pug, get a short-coated dog that you can maintain. I don't know. It seems ignorant to me in this, whatever's happening in the, the epidemic that's happening here. I mean, grooming. Why would you go out and purchase a golden doodle?
It's naive.
It's naive.
And the fascinating thing to me is how many golden doodles are walking through the door. It's like, what? First of all, it's not a great time with a groomer shortage to have a dog at all. But I'll never tell people not to buy a dog. So, okay, assume everybody's buying dogs just the same. It's certainly not a good time to buy a golden doodle.
No. And listen, nothing against the dogs. We love golden doodles. We love all dogs. But let's be smart here. You know what I mean? If you want a dog, you might want to get a lower maintenance dog. We're just saying, because here's either that, or you better develop some grooming skills.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You have to, what you can do if you really want a golden doodle, because they are super sweet. You should find a groomer first before you even get the dog, because that way, first of all, the groomer is going to convince you probably not to get the golden doodle, but that's not going to work. We know that. You're still going to get the golden doodle. So find a groomer who's willing to take it on before you even get it. Yeah. So that way, at least you're kind of set.
Here's the thing with that, though. You might find a groomer that's willing to take it on in the moment, and then things change, and now they can't take it on anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because they have too many golden doodles like us. That's what happened to us. How many golden doodles do you think we can groom?
Right. You know what I mean? We had to stop. Taking them.
Yeah. So listen,
it's something you could try at least. I don't know. I just or just do what we're telling you and get a low maintenance dog.
Yeah. We're getting people who are begging us for an appointment, literally, like crying. I've had people crying, please groom my dog. I'll pay you double. The dog really, really needs it. You know what I mean? Listen, it doesn't make us feel good. That doesn't make me feel good that somebody's willing to pay me double, because it's not about the money. Right. It's a problem. I feel sorry for people, because it's like they can't get their dogs groomed. We're two people, and you know what? We're the grooming shop that doesn't even overbook to begin with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Other grooming shops are doing, double, triple the amount of dogs that we do. They're probably making a freaking fortune. We're not that shop. Whatever you want to call us. Me and Anthony are lazy. Whoever came up with the concept of hard work is an idiot.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
I don't like hard work.
Hard work, dumb, scotch tape, brilliant.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But really, it's not the kind of business that you should overbook anyway, as we always mention. But, what are people supposed to do? I don't know, man. I'm at a loss for answers here because, we kind of knew this was going to happen, and it happened. We know other stuff's going to happen, and it's going to. You know what I mean? So our advice is start learning how to groom your dog. Watch our videos. Go to Grooming by Rudy on YouTube. Watch other people's videos too. Okay, there's tons of groomers out there who are posting videos on how to, teach you some basic skills. Okay, go to Go Groomer.
Yeah, she's great.
Amy, is it? Not
Yeah,
Amy. Amy, go to Go Groomer. Go to us, Grooming by Rudy, and just learn some stuff, man. Learn some stuff because it's the only thing we can really say right now. And maybe it'll change. Maybe things will change. I don't know. I don't know but we definitely need more groomers. How do you get more groomers? The obvious, they have to be compensated, So if you're going into a grooming shop, you're desperate for an appointment, please don't complain about the price. You're lucky to be getting your dog groomed right now. If I'm starving and I got to pay, $20 for a can of Chef Boyardee, I'm eating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying thank you.
That's the thing. See, 'cause that's what's going to happen next now. If there's a groomer shortage and groomers are getting inundated, you can only say no to so many people too. So they're going to start taking people on, however many people they can, and the prices are going to go up because it's supply and demand at this point.
Yeah.
We can't take on an extra 4 dogs without getting compensated for that.
Right.
It has to be worth it somehow. It's not just for the love of the dogs. We love dogs, of course, want to help the dogs. But how many hernias do you have currently?
I'm battling. This is my 3rd one.
Right, exactly.
I'm going to lose a testicle soon, guys.
Not funny,
but it's true.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to lose a nut.
Yeah.
Exactly. Over what we're doing here.
Right. So that's what's going to happen. So, it's going to be, grooming is expensive to begin with, except that. And there being a groomer shortage is only going to exacerbate that. Big word. Yeah. So
listen,
you got to be prepared.
Yeah. The days of the $30 dog grooming are gone. I mean, please, guys, realize that, okay? I mean, and if you want more dog groomers, nobody is going to try to get into this business unless they're making some amount of money, okay? We are part of the economy. Stop thinking that what we do is cute.
Yeah.
Like that one jerk, I forget who wrote it in
a stupid article during the shutdown.
During the shutdown, saying the ignorance of during a pandemic, I think putting bows in Foofi's ears is the last thing we should be thinking about. What an idiot.
Imbecile.
Okay?
Imbecile, that guy.
As if that's
money something? Money something?
Yeah,
guy?
money, yeah, whatever. Look him up.
The money idiot he's
a moron.
His name should be. Absolute idiot, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
Dog groomers are making your dog healthy. It's necessary, okay? Yeah. We had a dog during the shutdown that had so much poop stuck to its butt, it couldn't poop, okay? No. Okay, and as disgusting as it sounds, when I clipped the poop off of the butt, the hardened poop, he took a crap on the table, You idiot. We're not putting bows in dogs' ears. This is necessary. It's for hygiene. It's health. Right. Okay? You don't groom your dog. It could die from parasites and ticks and fleas. So, again, guys, this isn't something that should be taken lightly. Don't take this lightly. It is really, really serious. Dogs can't get groomed right now, And you want more groomers, then start paying them like a plumber gets paid.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you realize that a lot of groomers are working their butt off at this job? And a lot of groomers are coming out making $10 an hour. Are you freaking kidding me?
Right.
No.
This isn't that kind of business, man.
And enough of that. You start realizing that what we do is necessary. Okay. Yeah. And maybe we can change things, maybe we could change things. Maybe more people will get into this, if they don't have to fear, getting sued all the time because your dog had a health issue and, and a groomer didn't know about, many groomers get sued because someone brought their dog to the groomer that had an existing problem, like a a spleen that was sticking out or something, and the dog ends up dying. And I'm not saying that it's the owner's fault or anything, but groomers get blamed for everything. It's ridiculous.
It's bizarre.
It's bizarre. It's like, you bring your dog to the groomer. It could be an older dog, right? And like the owner brings the dog home and it dies 2 months later. And some of the owners will have the audacity to say, yeah, right after I brought him to the groomer, he died.
Right.
Really? 2 months ago, and your dog is 17 years old?
Yeah, right.
But yet
It happened.
The groomer killed it.
Yeah,
That's what happened. Must have been the groomer, Yeah, had a guy recently say, yeah, I think my dog picked up ticks in your store. What do you think we do? Do you think we have a jar of ticks here and we put them on the dogs? Like, dude, let's put some ticks on this dog.
Ticks on them. Get Lyme disease.
They won't even know it.
Yeah, they won't even know.
Yeah. Stop with that. Stop with that. Your dog isn't picking up ticks at the groomer. It's picking it up wherever you're walking the dog,
I always find it funny when you don't see a dog for months, but somehow whatever happened in those couple of months is your fault.
It's your fault now.
I haven't seen you.
Yeah. Haven't seen you in 5 months, but my dog picked up fleas at your shop the last time.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Right.
The groomer did it. You know what I mean? My airbag didn't go off in my car. You know what? Must be the groomer.
Yeah, must be my dog groomer.
Because it happened right after I picked up my dog. Must be the groomer. You know what I mean? Groomers are tired of getting blamed for stuff. Okay? So, again, nobody wants to do this. Do you not realize that? You know what I mean? Nobody wants to do this.
Here's the thing. You have to be friendly with your groomer. Your groomer has to be friendly to you, too. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's some idiot groomers out there. As a matter of fact, I know an idiot groomer or two.
Me too.
Who are just mean and, just mean-spirited people. But because groomers by nature can be competitive. But you personally, as the dog owner, you have to stay friendly with your groomer. If your groomer's a nice person, be nice back, because you don't have, no pun intended, a dog in the fight. You don't really have much to threaten a groomer with as far as business goes. Like outside of, if something happens, you're going to sue them, whatever. Yeah, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is a groomer's not afraid of you saying, well, I just won't come back then. And 9 out of 10 groomers are going to go, good, I can't stand grooming your dog anyway. So that's the thing. You don't have, groomers not afraid of you not giving them money anymore. Go somewhere else then, So what are you going to threaten them with? A lawsuit? All right, but the dog something actually has to happen. You can't just, your dog gets hit by a car, God forbid, or something. You're not going to blame that on the groomer. So good luck with that too.
Yeah. We had a client come into our shop. This was like, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. It was a while back. And guy comes in with a golden doodle, and he says, right off the bat, walks through the door. The dog's completely matted, by the way. It was like a 5-month-old golden doodle. It was like his second grooming or something. And the guy says, yeah, we're really afraid to leave him with you. We went somewhere else, and they wanted to keep him for like 2 hours, and they wanted to shave him down. It's like, hey, buddy, do you even understand what you're saying? First of all, I'm keeping your dog for a lot longer than 2 hours. And yeah, he does have to be shaved down, So what does a groomer do? I'm not going to sit there and waste my time on something like that because you feel that things should be different. And our approach was, hey, listen, if you're that upset, I'm not even going to groom your dog. I'm even afraid to even shave your dog down now. If you're that upset and you're just getting started with a 5-month-old golden doodle, you know nothing about this.
Right.
So no, I don't want to groom your dog now because I'm too scared to groom your dog. Yeah,
because there's no trust there. Listen, guys, grooming shops, it's not the Olive Garden. You don't go into a grooming shop, order food, eat it, and then complain you didn't like it and you want it for free. This isn't customer is always right. And to those of you, it's the vast majority of you, but one bad customer is enough to ruin a groomer's week or life, depending on how far the customer wants to bring it. But to the vast majority of you, thank you for being so sweet and kind because you understand what goes into this. But for those of you who walk into a groomer with your chest out and I'm ready to, this is my dog. You're not going to tell me that you couldn't do this or that my dog is mad. No. We are going to tell you if your dog is mad. We're not having, it's not fun. It's not, it's not, we're not messing with you. It's like, no, and get out. If you don't like it, then leave, go somewhere else.
Exactly. It's kind of like when Anthony goes into a barber shop, people are already like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, they're taking it back. They know they're going to lose money on me.
They know they're going to lose money on you. You are the matted golden doodle.
I am the matted golden doodle.
But here's the thing. The last thing we want to hear, too, is that, like, how much you hate the last groomer. What makes you think you're going to love me then?
Yeah, it's a common mistake. That's not what your new groomer wants to hear. I couldn't stand the old groomer. Oh, really?
Oh, really? Okay.
We all do it pretty much the same,
Yeah, you're going to love me then.
Yeah. Love me.
So here, that's another issue though, because groomers are being really, really selective. They're being selective with who they take because they have to be. They have to be because they're getting bad reviews on Yelp. They're getting sued. For stuff but for trying to do their job. You know what I mean? You'll have people come in, and I know we're ranting a lot, but you know what? Who cares? We have to, because here's the thing. We're not ranting. We're just telling the truth.
We're telling you why there's a shortage of groomers.
Yeah, we're telling you why there's a shortage of groomers, and this is one of the many reasons, okay? But you'll have somebody come in whose dog hasn't been groomed in a year, okay? You shave the dog down, and it's a little irritated, okay? Oh, my God, you irritated my dog. No. You irritated your dog.
By being irresponsible.
Because you're irresponsible, and you didn't bring your dog in for a year. Of course your dog's irritated under there, okay? There's no way around that. That's why when, groomers, again, we always mention you have to protect yourself. If you do have matted dogs coming in, you sign a release. Yeah. You are signing a release or I'm not touching your dog. Right. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in and that's the way it is. So be responsible. You're going to be a dog owner, be responsible. What's the solution? I don't know. We'll come up with something after the break. We'll give you a little bit of advice. But you know what? We're kind of at a little bit of a crossroad too with what's happening. But why don't we take a quick break? When we come back, we'll give a quick solution and we'll get to our funny comment segment.
So, Dad, I got a question for you.
What's that, Ant?
What was your reaction when you heard that Ben & Jerry's was branching out into doggy desserts?
And when I found out that Ben & Jerry's was now for dogs, I ran to the freezer and pulled out a pint of Peanut Butter World. I ate it so fast I gave myself a brain freeze.
I had a very similar reaction, actually, except I went with the Cherry Garcia.
Oh, I love that flavor. Yeah, that's the classic flavor, the Cherry Garcia. Yeah. Guys, with so many clients walking through our door looking for a good, tasty treat for their dogs, we were so glad to let them know that Ben & Jerry's had a treat for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of treats out there that have tried to jump on the doggy train and rely on gimmicks and quick sales, and Ben & Jerry's has really put a lot of focus on some quality ingredients and some great flavors. That's, I think, finally going to allow your dog to feel what we feel when eating Ben & Jerry's.
Absolutely. In fact, guys, we chose 10 of our customers here at the grooming shop and gave them samples of both the rosy flavored and the punch flavored to see which flavor their dogs would prefer.
Yeah. And of course, expectedly, the results were quite decisive when all 10 of them said their dogs quickly consumed both.
Absolutely. One of my favorite memories of eating Ben & Jerry's was devouring multiple pints of cookie dough while binge watching Breaking Bad. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do, actually. You want to know what one of mine was? My fondest memory was eating a couple pints of the old Chunky Monkey for no reason at all. Just because it's delicious, and it was because it was called Chunky Monkey. Who doesn't want to know what that tastes like? So, one thing's for sure, there's going to be a lot of happy dogs out there. So, what we want you guys to do is check out both doggy flavors at benjerry.com. That's BenJerry.com. You could also check out all the K9ers at the Ben Jerry's Vermont office at benjerry.com. Again, that's BenJerry.com.
Let's talk pets.
Let's talk pets
On Pet Life Radio.
Pet Life
PetLifeRadio.com.
Welcome back to Groomer Humor on Pet Life Radio. We are your hosts as always. I'm Anthony Ray, hanging out with my dad, Rudy V, talking about the shortage of dog groomers and why it's been happening and a solution. And guys, the solution is very simple. Well, it's not simple, it's difficult, but it's a solution. You got to learn how to do some grooming at home. And you really, really got to lock down a groomer. And you lock down a groomer by being nice and understanding, and understand that this job is very difficult and it's very dangerous. And groomers have a very difficult time trying to balance everybody, especially when groomers are dropping like flies. And then all of that groomer's customers are calling a new groomer. And now we have to meet a whole new regime of dogs. So watch YouTube videos, watch our YouTube channel. That's, it's not a shameless plug. It's a plug. I'm telling you to watch our YouTube channel if you're struggling with this, because we have tons and tons of videos that can help you. And we have enough breeds on our channel where even if your specific breed isn't there, we'll have something comparable to it. Go on our channel, Grooming by Rudy, and learn how to groom your dog a little bit. And in the interim, go and call a couple grooming shops or stop in. We usually say call. Leave a message. Mm-hmm. Leave a message.
Yes,
for
leave
the love
a message.
Of God.
Yeah, don't blow up a dog groomer's phone. Yeah. It's the most irritating thing you can do. If they, we don't like to answer the phone when we're working on a dog.
Right. It's not, unless a groomer has a receptionist. 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get somebody to answer the phone. Because they're working on somebody's dog. Wouldn't you want them to show your dog that same kind of focus if it was your dog on the table? So that's how groomers work. So leave a message. Try to get in touch with a groomer. Meet a couple of groomers. Find somebody you like. But be kind. Be respectful. Get the same thing in return from the groomer. Because if the groomer's being a jerk, then that's not the groomer for you for sure. And find somebody that you trust. And don't worry about the price. If price is an issue, then you absolutely need to learn how to do some at-home grooming. So the price that's not the best thing to focus on, Yeah.
Exactly. Definitely. And secure your dog groomer. Like Anthony said, secure a dog groomer. If you have to, listen, if PetSmart can take your dog, bring him to PetSmart. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you have to do to get your dog groomed, do it. But I think the best thing is, again, go to our YouTube channel, learn some grooming skills. And like we always say, listen, one grooming may not come out as great as the other grooming. You may have a grooming that wasn't as good as the last time. Don't sit there and complain about it. Okay? If the dog got groomed and it's good enough and your dog's not injured or anything like that, then just be appreciative, because maybe the dog groomer just didn't have enough time to do such a great job that particular time. It doesn't mean that they're not going to do a great job the next time. Okay. But if I can tell you right now, if you go in and you keep complaining, they're not going to want to groom your dog anymore. And guess what? Now you're going to have to find another dog groomer. Okay. Yeah. And at a time where grooming dog groomers are so minimal right now, it's just not a good time to do that. Okay.
No, so it's not.
We're trying to help you guys. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help your dog. We're trying to help groomers. We're doing what we can. It's a very difficult job. So, let's be appreciative. And that's it, but I guess that's the solution. If we could think of anything else, we will surely let you guys know. And if this episode was a bit of a rant, it was only because it just needed to be. So with that being said, let's try to say something funny now.
Yeah.
Now that I brought the house down.
You dropped the hammer on him, and now we want him to laugh?
And now we want him to laugh. So you guys better laugh. Because you know what? There's a shortage of laughter out there, too.
It's true.
There's just a shortage of laughter. But let's get into this funny comment segment.
I'm a professional.
Okay, what do we got?
All right. This guy said, I don't want to take this. He said, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl. I think it was a girl, maybe. He said, you two guys are such a cute couple.
Couple of what?
Yeah, a couple, like I don't know if you've been listening to maybe the past episode or so, but you know that we're father and son, right?
Yeah. Maybe they missed a description or two.
You mean like holding hands and taking a walk in the park couple?
That's what it sounds like. That's incestual.
That's a bit incestual,
Yeah.
Nothing against the couple part, but the incestual part is what's bothering me here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's my dad. It's my
That's my boy.
father.
Yep.
Yeah,
Still hold his hand once in a while, but only when I cross the street with him. You know what I mean? Protecting my son, my offspring. I have another son, by the way, too, who also isn't, my couple.
Right. Yeah.
So
my brother isn't my dad's boyfriend either.
Yeah. So but thank you for saying we're cute. But we just wanted to clarify the couple part.
Well, geez, I'm glad that you found this one because that needs to be addressed. Yeah. Certainly, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But you're my dad, so
my boy, my son.
In our instance, in this example, there is something wrong with that. Very, very wrong with that.
Yeah, it's just So anyway, we definitely had to clarify that one. So
right. But thank you.
But you know what? We're a cute couple of jerks. You just should have added jerks. You guys are a couple of jerks, kind of thing. Yeah.
You know what we are? We're a cute couple of immediate family members. That's what we are.
Immediate family member. Men jerks or something.
Men jerks.
Guy jerks.
Dad, son.
Anyway, thank you for your comment.
Thank you for reaching out to us. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. As always, we'd like to thank our producer, Mark Winter. Thank you so much, Mark. If you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel. It's called Grooming by Rudy. That's Grooming by Rudy on YouTube.com. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. We want to hear from all you guys. You could also like Grooming by Rudy on Facebook, follow Grooming by Rudy on Instagram and Twitter. It has been an absolute pleasure, as always. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your pets.
Let's Talk Pets, every week on demand, only on PetLifeRadio.com.